Hi guys, I'm Rebecca over at the Library Canary, and it's time for our second Book Bangin' post. If you guys don't know what Book Bangin' is, it's a new feature that Kelly over at Belle's Literati started, where we talk about hot boys and books and our favorite book boyfriends. The first post, if you guys didn't catch it, was my top book boyfriends of all time, so click on the link below if you haven't watched that to hear me swoon over my favorite boys in books. This month we are talking about book boyfriends from the dystopian genre, which is one of my favorite genres of all time, so I was super excited to make this post. So without further ado, my top 5 book boyfriends. Number 5 is Day from Legend by Marie Lu. Day is a criminal, so he's a bad boy. Naturally, I'm drawn to him. He can scale buildings, like climb up them, like all ninja style, or like Spider-Man something. I don't know, it's hot. He's awesome. He's super protective of his family. He'll do anything, no matter what it takes, to protect them and to make sure that they're provided for. His relationship with June is so unexpected and just wasn't supposed to happen. They're from two completely different worlds. He's the Republic's most wanted criminal, and she's the Republic's shining star. So, it's crazy, but they work together so well. They're both extremely smart, and I don't know, they're just perfect together. They're so adorable, and he shows vulnerability to her, which he doesn't with anybody else. She's the only person he's ever, like, halfway opened himself up to, so I love that. Here's a quote from Day. I have a quote from each of my book boyfriends that I want to share with you guys. Each day means a new 24 hours. Each day means everything's possible again. You live in the moment, you die in the moment. You take it all one day at a time. Very true. Quote to live by right there, guys. Take it one day at a time. Number 4 is Perry from Under the Never Sky. Perry is super protective of his nephew. Again, a prerequisite to make it onto Becca's list. He is really strong. He's a leader, so that's obviously attractive in a man. He is super patient with Arya, and he risks his life multiple times for this girl, someone that he barely knows, isn't even supposed to like. She lives in the dome that he's been not allowed into. He's supposed to hate people like her, but he gives her a chance, and I love that about him. And he's really patient in teaching her what she needs to know about living in the wilds and answering her 18 gazillion questions. Here's a quote. It's not far. Another week. Doesn't matter. I'll get you better shoes this time, and I'll carry your rocks for you. I'll even answer your questions. At first, he is totally against talking to her and communicating with her, but then she hits a really dark place, and he's like, instantly feels guilty and wants to be there for her, and I just love them. I love their relationship. Number 3 is Thor from Divergent. I fell in love with Thor before Theo James got cast to play him in the movie, but now I'm even more in love with him because Theo James is hot and his voice is super sexy. If you guys haven't heard him speak, go YouTube an interview or something, because you're gonna wanna hear it. If you haven't, you're missing out on life. Do it now. Well, finish watching this and then go do it. I love Thor because he was able to walk away from a really horrible situation and start a new life for himself, and it takes a really strong individual to be able to do that. He can fight, he can like throw knives and sink it into his target every single time. That's hot. He protects Triss no matter what, especially knowing her status. So I just love him. He's really strong. He's a leader. I feel like he's going to play a major role in the 3rd book, Allegiant. I can't wait for it to come out. Here's a quote from him. I might be in love with you. He smiles a little. I'm waiting until I'm sure to tell you, though. He says, like, little funny things like that all throughout the book, so I adore him. Number 2, I actually don't have the book for. I only have this lame sticky note. Sorry. I checked the book out from the library. I really should own it because this person is on my top book boyfriends of all time list, so I don't know why I don't own the book. I need to like go get that on Amazon right this second. But it is Sam with 2 M's from the Partial series by Dan Wells. Sam is a partial. He is a genetically created soldier. He is not supposed to have emotions, and he's supposed to just obey orders, but of course Sam doesn't do that. He begins to develop emotion for Kira in particular, and he's so unsure of his feelings, and he doesn't know what to think about them, and he's always so confused. And I just love that about him. He is kidnapped in Partials, the first book, and basically experimented on. So when he gets released, you would think he'd be really pissed off and retaliate, but he doesn't. He is able to compartmentalize things. He's able to let things go, leave them in the past, and I love that about him. He's so cute, and I just want to give him a hug. Here is a quote from the second book, Fragments. He says, "I think I'm in love. I don't think she even knows." Oh, maybe you should just tell her, Sam. Maybe you should do that. But he's like, I don't know. And finally, last, but most certainly not least, my top dystopian book boyfriend. Also my top book boyfriend of all time. I bet you guys can guess because I fangirl and obsess over him like crazy. That's right. It's Warner from the Shatter Me series by Tahereh Mafi. All you Adam fans can suck it. No. Warner. All the way. Here is one word to describe Warner. Broken. Warner has such a complex past. He has a douchebag for a father who just completely screwed him up. But slowly and surely, Warner is changing. He is scared of how he's changing, but he is changing, and he is trying to change, I feel like. I'm really excited to see where he goes in the third book. It better be with Juliet, because if it's not, I'm going to throw the book across the room and then eat ice cream in my bed for a month, because I'm going to be so depressed about my life. Unless Tahereh Mafi tells me that I can have Warner for myself. I hope my husband didn't hear that. He's in the other room. He gets really jealous when I talk about Warner. It's really funny. I love you, Phil. So yeah, Warner, amazing. He's strong, powerful, sexy, a leader. Ugh, I just love him. But he's able to show vulnerability to Juliet, and those are the moments where I just swoon, because, ugh, I just love him to pieces. I have a quote for you guys. It's obviously from chapter 62, because, obviously. It says, "I want to be the friend you fall hopelessly in love with, the one you take into your arms and into your bed, and into the private world you keep trapped in your head. I want to be that kind of friend. The one who will memorize the things you say, as well as the shape of your lips when you say them. I want to know where to touch you. I want to know how to touch you. I want to know how to convince you to design a smile just for me. Yes, I do want to be your friend. I want to be your best friend in the entire world." Oh, swoon. I love him. If you guys have not read this series yet, you really should get on it. It's a great series, not just for Warner, but like for the entire story. But it's mostly for Warner. So yeah, read it. If you haven't read Unravel Me yet, when you're approaching chapter 62, get a fan and like maybe like a cold water bottle or something to put on your head, because it's steamy. Love him. Alright guys, those are my top 5 dystopian book boyfriends. Let me know in the comments below who your top book boyfriends are in the dystopian genre. And yeah, thanks again, Kelly, for putting together this awesome feature. I absolutely love it, and I will see you guys next month. Bye!